Okay, on this special Monday edition of the Mr. Peter Parker Show, round of applause in the studio for Jeezy.
What up,
Okay,
though? What up, though?
my guy.
How
Yo,
you
it's been a
feeling?
minute. I feel good.
Yeah,
How do you feel? How do you feel, man?
man, I'm just getting over just getting over the weekend, and
Right.
I've been running around partying, celebrating the album. Um,
Yeah.
it was weird partying with my mask on, but I had to,
Right.
yeah, I had to do that, and I just really wanted to touch the people. It's been so long since I've
Wow.
been like, with everything going on, so just like it was good, but it's crazy because it show you where we at. You had to do these things
Right.
under certain restraints, man. So, but I'm
So
glad we was able to.
we got the masks. You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
ready? You know what I'm saying? We ready, man.
you can't
Yo,
leave home without
Thursday,
it, baby.
bro. I put it on my lap in the car, and I'll get
Right,
out, and it falls on the ground, and you
right.
got to get a new one. You know. Yo, Thursday night, man. Y'all put on a show for us, man.
Yeah, yeah. Long
This
time
was something
coming.
so special, man. And I don't think we realized what was really going down until we saw the scene at Magic City with the two chairs. And I
Right.
was like, oh, this is really gonna be like a duel. And the beef and the situation that you guys had from years ago that was still, I don't know, lingering or whatever it
Right.
was, the
Right.
way that this thing played out in front of what, 1.8 million people,
Right.
it was something special.
They said they had 9.1 impressions. 9.1 million impressions. Yeah, that's what's called
Like
it.
Doug, that's
It was
another
big.
level.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
it's
that's
bigger
another
than
level.
any show on TV. Any show on TV. It's bigger than Monday Night Football.
It needs
Uh,
to be. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but that's the culture for you. I mean,
it is.
for me, it was you're right, because when I walked in too and I saw the chairs, I'm like, okay.
Oh, I'm like, this is happening. This is gonna be. They're gonna be dueling. I was like,
Right.
and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. This is like 2020 Jeezy. This is a new guy in some ways.
No
This
question.
is this is 2020 Gucci, who looks like a different person
Right.
completely. I mean, it this is there was moments when we were all watching that I think my friends were texting me like, oh my God, this shit is crazy. Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of reasons. Like that stage, I've been on that stage some nights, 0405, and
Right.
and and seen, I've thrown hundreds
Yes.
of thousands of dollars and borrowed another 100 from my man because it was all about the
Right.
most you can do to leave that impression and for people to remember you in who you are, because it was so many players and so many key
Yes.
street figures in that club, and you had to shine the most for people to remember you, especially someone like myself, because I had to shine the most for my music to get played.
Right.
And
Right.
just thinking about that in hindsight, going on that stage, I'm like, wow, all the way back here for the world to see what it is, because now we're not throwing money on the stage. Now we're not, not it's the
Hmm.
same mindset, but that 05, 04, 05, it comes back to 2020, and we have to have Apple and the whole world here to see why and what we're gonna do.
And that point you made to him, like they're emulating us and what we
Right,
did. This is
right,
we created the blueprint here in
right.
Magic City,
Yes,
and the maturity to go through that process, knowing what the situation. And I had to refresh people. I would say, "Why do they have beef again?" I said, "Oh, let me just like
right,
explain the situation.
right,
This is not on record. This is a real thing. This is real life."
right.
And congratulations to you, and kudos to Gucci, the maturity and the entertainment value, something so special. I tell people, if you weren't in the club 05, 06,
Right,
04,
right,
07, you
right.
don't really know what this
No,
energy is about. You don't
right,
know. You don't.
right,
You can
right.
hear it on the radio. This is
And, and,
real.
and those are the people who understood the tension.
Yes.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like everybody else is rap, but everybody who understood it was like, okay,
It's
like,
real.
and to me, walking out of that building, and I know you very familiar with Fernando,
Hmm.
DJ Fernando, who used to DJ there. He was a house DJ. He's the one that really
Hmm.
broke my records there. And I remember things would happen in the streets, and he would call me and be like, "Yo, Jeezy, you got to start hanging in the streets. They're gonna kill you." And I'm like, "Nah, but I gotta be out here, so it is what it is." And he used to be like,
Yeah.
"Yo," and somebody ended up taking his life a few years after that, maybe 2 years after that, he left Magic City. He went home, and somebody was sitting outside of his house and killed him. And we still don't know who done it. And
Oh my God.
I felt him when I walked in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that sounds
Yes, that's
crazy.
your man. No, it's your man though.
Yeah,
That was it. Yes.
he like, yo, you know what to do? Because we had these talks. Like,
Yeah.
he used to be the one who called me because he had my number. So he'd call me, be like, yo, Jeezy, you gotta chill, or Jeezy, you and it was
Right.
all those different conversations. And the crazy
Right.
thing is, like, Magic, who owns Magic City, is like, he's like I wouldn't call him my OG, but Magic, when I was first started hanging with Magic in Magic, I was like 15, 16 in Magic City, and he was in prison. So by the time he came out, I had established myself in the streets and was well respected, and we
Yeah.
immediately clicked. And then my music career started to take off, and we stayed really locked in, and like to the point he was a part of my growth too. Because Magic would call me and be like, "Yo, have you read this book?" And I'd be like, "Nah." And he would send me books all the time. I'll read the books and give him a report. I'd be like, "Yo, I read this book," and it was just all about life changing moments. And when I walked in and I saw Magic, I felt Fernando. Like it was just like DJ Nando. I just kind of felt like, yo, man, you know where you at. You gotta stay there.
Yeah.
You know what you capable of, or you know where you at. And
it was like going into a boxing ring, like a heavyweight fight. Like you guys are in there, and I could read your energy. There was a moments where you had your head down, and there was composure. Like I'm gonna get through this correctly. That's what I took from it.
No, it's real. I mean, because you know when you really think about it, you know, it's my thing was it's mental. So if for the younger generation, I don't want to stay on too long, but if what someone says causes you to take their life and yours because you're going to prison, if on display, if they have that much control over you, you don't have control because it's mental. You know what I'm saying?
I seen it.
Yeah, you walk out the club and somebody, yo, fuck you, and you like, you gonna just what your kids gonna do?
I tell people all the time, my man, people pointing their fingers at you, right? You gotta watch. You gotta watch the hand it's connected to, man. You know what I mean? Like, man.
And for me, it's just like, you know, for the culture, like I'll take that lick. People might not agree with me, might be like, yo, Young should have did whatever.
No, you did
and I take that. But if I gotta be the one to take that for you to see, dog, like it's a bigger play. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bigger deal. Like I gotta be that one because what I saw happen with Devon, what I saw happen to Nipsey Hussle, when I went
broke my heart, man.
Broke my heart, dog. Like so much.
That was my guy, man.
And by the way,
best.
By the way, Nipsey used to be the one to give me books too.
Of course.
Nipsey used to be like, yo, have you read this? It's crazy. And I'm just like looking at him like, who
are
you?
He knew, man. He's ill. No, Nipsey, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. That was my brother, man. Amazing,
I didn't even know nothing about cryptocurrency. He like, yo, Jeezy, I got to put you on to this. And I'm sitting there like, yo, what are you talking about? And he's put me on the crypto. And I had no idea about it. You know what I'm saying? So he was that person. So to see that type of energy taken away from the world just because somebody else don't like you or somebody else provoke you or somebody else think you disrespect me. I ain't saying not be no man, but at the same time, like don't let nobody take you away from the people that love you or take you out of your zone just because that's the protocol. I mean, that's the standard. He said,
think of this.
He said that.
If you had been wilding out that night, let's say on Thursday night you lost your cool, right? You wouldn't have woke up on Friday morning to see your streaming numbers up 756%.
See, I didn't even check the numbers, so this is new to me.
756% on Friday. You went up. The catalog.
I did not look at any of that.
It's a Mr. Peter Parker moment right here. You got it.
Right.
Wow.
You give me a moment. You telling me something.
Woo! But listen, if you had went crazy, you got something happen, you wouldn't have seen the skyrocketing numbers. The new album is out now, Recession 2. Can we run through a couple of joints and talk about these records, man?
Let's do it.
Okay. The first thing that stuck out to me was the Yo Gotti record. The tempo on back. That you and him going back and forth, like kind of like Jaden Styles, that's kind of going back and forth. Yo, amazing record. Don Cannon did his thing on this whole project. It's very dope.
Don Cannon in a different. He's producing like he's 21, but he knows my sound, and a lot of people don't know. Like me and Gotti came in the game together, so we kind of always had that, you know, that headspace of like, you know, coming out of the streets and still staying connected. And I just feel like, you know, he knows the talk, I know the lingo.
Yeah, man.
Never had one of those that felt like that good in the club and in the streets, but over sounds like that because all our music has been like a certain type
Yep.
of music. But this is like,
Yep.
it's, hey,
This one moves. This
shout
thing
out to God,
goes. Like, yeah.
yeah, shout out to God and Cannon for that. And that was like the lead joint because I just kind of wanted to let people know. And what I did have to realize about these projects is like you don't have to have 9 of the same type of songs for it to be a good project. You know what I'm saying? You don't listen, you don't listen to Me Against the World or All Eyes on Me, and it's all the same. You know what I mean? You don't listen to
Not
no
variety,
right because
B.
you need different records. So once I really figured out, I was like, well, 2, 3 of these and some of that and some of that. Like now you can build a story. And that was a part of the story. It was like, and even with that, it's like they say I left the hood, but I got it with me, bro. I ain't gonna never forget where I'm from. And look,
I
I
love
even
it.
got my partner from the hood. He with me too. We get money. Y'all should come check
Yeah.
out. So yeah, that was a good record.
That's a beautiful thing. Now I'm gonna get into this whole like therapy for my soul thing, but my personal favorite on the album
Right.
is Stimulus Check. I like that pocket. I like that boom bap. I like that.
Right. Yo, it's crazy.
Like,
I was
on
the day I decided to do this project. I was leaving LA and I was hopping on the plane and I listened to Bobby Womack, what it takes to please a woman, where the sample came from the time I got on the plane until the time I landed. And when I got here, I had some musicians fly in and they had their stuff set up and I was like, yo, we got to remake this. And that's where Stimulus Check came from.
I love it. I love it. That's my bag. That's my bag. So when you talk about variety, you got me. You know what I mean? You got me. You got me.
And I feel like that's, because a lot of people didn't get the Delta 88 on the Oldsmobile or the look. It's like, yo, I'm just like, yo, that's how my uncle.
My dad had a Delta, man.
Yeah, that's how my uncle used to dress when the real rioting and racism was going on. And he was the strongest dude I know. And when I heard Bobby Womack, Curtis Mayfield, and all those guys was sitting right in the passenger seat of that car, and I didn't want to be nothing but strong listening to them. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to bring that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's dope, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Everybody get to hop in the Delta 88 and ride around the corner with the big homie. That's me.
I'll never forget my pop's Delta 88. It was so clean. Yo, but I'm telling you though, like that variety and you grabbing a sample and have it mean something to you is dope.
Right.
That is really dope. That is really dope. Now, therapy for my soul. Did you feel really at a point like, okay, I got to get some of this stuff off my chest?
Yeah. Yes, I did. I mean, because I'm gonna be honest with you, and a lot of people don't understand. I don't really I'm one of those type of people. Like, I focus on what I could do better. I don't really go back on old stuff. But when I started noticing them, because I didn't really have a lot of hip hop or music mentors, I kind of came from the street and had to figure it out. I didn't know how, like, when things happen in the street, you just know, it happened. You get past it. Okay, cool. With this, it's different because everything come with you to the next level of life. You know what I'm saying? And people ask you, so what happened? Such and such. Oh man, I can't really rock with you because they say this happened and you guys didn't do this. Or you might be over here minding your business. And it's just all these things and these speculations. And when people start to believe them, now that you got nothing to prove, it's just like, yo, it's two sides to the story. I'm keeping it real. I'm not even talking about this stuff. So why y'all picking on me? So at the while,
you're right though. You're right.
After like, a decade, you just sitting there with all this baggage on you, and you like man, like who keeping it real? Because I ain't saying nothing, and I ain't. So after a while, and it's crazy because when I was younger, I used to write a lot, and I just know how it freed me. And then when I started writing for this project, it was like therapy. It was like I was like Stimulus Check was so easy for me because those were my thoughts.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where I had this beat, and I'm like, yo, like I really should shout out Justice League too. I was just like, yo, what if the world was my therapist? Because I had been talking to Charlamagne the God, and he was telling me about him going to therapy and how it helped him with his anxiety and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm like, I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying? But what if the world could be my therapist? Like, what if I can write this song and never have to talk about it again? Like, what if I write this song in a way that, like, yo, like this how I saw it, dog. Like, just so you understand.
Is how you feel? Do you feel now? Like, do you feel like it's out of you?
Yeah, of course. Even when people ask me about it, like, I'm like, no, I mean, ain't really much to say. I said everything in the song. It wasn't like I went in there with any malice in my heart. It's just like, yo, man, like, that, like, that's why I start off the way it started off. I ain't never been the one to complain. That's one to lose. You know what I'm saying? Paid dues and made moves, walking my shoes. Like, that's real. Like, I ain't never been the person to be like, yo, why me? I'm like, no, try me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I ain't
I'm the
sit,
same way. I feel the same way. I feel the same
I
way.
ain't sit back when
No,
life was coming at me, going like, man, I'm like, nah, I got to get it done. So and I did
do you
that.
feel like do you feel like you're a better rapper now than you were when you started?
No, I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel like I'm a better leader now. I feel like I'm a better man. You know what I'm saying? I think my
Mm.
morals,
Mm.
my values are solid. They've been tested. Like they're real. They're tough as steel.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't let nothing get me off track because I know where I want to go. I never got in this to be a rapper. Like I ain't
Wow.
like I'm gonna be
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
biggest. It's like I understand it's
Because your
all
pen sounds crazy right now. You
right.
sound like you're
But
really in your bag.
my pen sounds crazy because I'm being honest with myself. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying? Like this is
Hmm.
different. Like I'm being honest with myself. It's like I don't want to
Hmm.
fit in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got, you want that. You got the homies, Money Bag, yo, he got you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, 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 right,
YFN and Lucci got you. They got, if you want, they
right.
got you. I can't.
That's a young
That's
shit. Right.
right. I can't. I've got to be honest with myself. I got to talk to the people that want to hear me speak. I can't. I'm
Yeah.
better. I'm
You've
better.
matured with us. Yeah.
Right. I'm better as a leader because I understand it's more than just, it's more than the music. That's why even when my talk show that airs on Wednesdays on Fox Soul at 7 p.m. Pacific,
Congratulations, by the way.
yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern, worth the conversation. That's what that's about. I'm talking to people to get
Yeah.
insight for us and me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I feel like something's changed with you, though. I don't know what it is, but you do seem more open and just really, I don't know if it's more easygoing or
right,
with, I mean, we're the same age. I'm
right,
42, you're 41. Like,
right.
things change when you hit your 40s. It's just different. You
Well,
know
I
what I mean?
think that too, and then also wanting to get the bad karma off you too. Like just want,
Real shit.
yeah, let me clean up what I can because when I leave, when I'm no longer here, what I want people to remember about me is that I just always wanted to add value to people and to do better myself. Like that was my whole purpose of
It's
everything.
awesome.
That's why thug motivation came from. That's why I came in the game
Right.
that I was corporate
Right.
thugging because that's real. Like I didn't come
Right.
in just to.
Right.
I
Right.
want to do what I want to do everything else too. Like I don't want to just be in the studio. I'm like, nah, like let me
Yeah.
go run this Fortune 500 company. Let me go invest in this. Let me go do that. Cause that's who I am. Like I don't want you to put me in the box just because I'm packaged the way I'm packaged so that
Right.
people understand me. I'm a disruptor. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was about
Hmm.
Thursday. It's about disrupting what was the norm. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was
Right.
in the
Right.
rap game. It
Right.
was
Right.
disrupting what was the norm. That's my
You
gift.
did though. You did.
Right.
I remember being in the barber shop in 2003 or four, maybe 4 or 5 when you first were coming out, and the arguments. Who do people like better, Kanye or
Right.
Jeezy? All the street guys wanted
Imagine that.
Jeezy. You
Imagine that.
guys were coming at the same time.
But imagine that. I wasn't even supposed to be in that conversation. You feel what I'm saying? I
Definitely,
was
was
I
it
was
was
supposed to be
happening. It was
I was supposed
happening.
to be I was supposed to be in the penitentiary as far as they was concerned.
You're right.
But
You're
I
right.
came
You're
in
right.
the game to disrupt.
You
I
did.
came in the
You
game to
did.
bring the voice of the streets. And then once they heard us, it's time for me to move to the next level so I can open the door again because you got to really think about it. A lot of these cats that came in the game think the rap is in the end all be all, but it's more like the streets now because it's not the same. So if
Right.
you got a big homie like myself, I got to go open up some more doors to show you what you got to do in 10 years because you're not going to be, everybody ain't going to have a 10, 15-year career. It don't
You're
work like
right.
that.
You're right.
So
You're
what are you
right. And
going
it's
to do
like the
now?
streets now. You're right. The
Like,
rap game is like the streets because anybody can get in now.
everybody can get in it. Everybody can get
Right.
in it. If you can have a
Right.
trick bag, a flex bag, some
Don't
cut,
matter.
whatever you got,
Yeah.
you
The
you,
bad
you
shit,
got a
the good
shot.
shit. Right.
Right. You got a shot. You know
You're
what I'm
right
saying?
though.
So,
You're right. You're
right.
right,
So
man.
for me, it's just like I gotta open up them doors, bro. And I like
Mhm.
and everybody might not understand. And nobody understood my vision when I was leaving the block and I was telling them, yo, I'm gonna do music. They're like, yo, you sound crazy. You can't make a song. I said, but I know how to
Mhm.
go out here and make people understand me. So when I was passing
Yeah.
out CDs and printing up 300,000 CDs, that disrupted the market because the record labels were looking for people with hot records. I didn't have a hot
Right.
record. I had a movement. You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
I had people that were speaking saying, no, he the truth. You should
And
go
that was
check
the
him out.
first album with the when you had the Bullets jersey on the front in front of the store. Is that the one that you were really good? What's the name of that project? Where
But
you had the
that was
Washington Bullets?
that was the Little J project. And then I ain't gonna front, like I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then my one of my guys was
I
like,
remember the Little J, yeah.
one of my guys was like, this is cool, but I've been with you all day. You ain't did none of that. It sounds like that's what a
Mm,
rapper would do. Why don't you talk about what you do for real? And
mm.
I was like, you know what? I am. Yeah, I started talking about my life, and it was just like It was that much easier. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was the connection.
And it was
And
real. And so you resonated, your energy connected with the people because it was
people, yeah,
pure.
right.
Yeah.
And that's where it started. And then even in the game, you saw I came in the game, man, drinking,
Mm-hmm.
smoking, you know,
Big
partying out
boy.
of pocket, big boy.
Heavy. You're heavier. Yeah, heavier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was 260. You know what I'm saying? Only
Woo!
because I didn't know about health and weight, and I'm just like, yo, when I start figuring out things, I want the world to get it. Like I want my people to
Yeah.
get it. So I'm like, I'm about to go on this mission to cleanse my, my mind, my body, my soul,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could do that. And then at first everybody's like, yo, Jeezy at the gym. It was funny. It was a joke. You know what I'm saying? Then when I started doing them shows, because all the gangsters used to be in the front row. Boy,
Yeah.
I got right around the first recession. That flip flop, they was throwing instead of weed, they was throwing pennies on the stage. I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You bring
Like,
back. I'm here.
I think I'm on to something.
Yeah,
I think
the people will always tell you when you're onto something. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, that's it. Yo, talk about this new thing you got going on at Def Jam. Are you an executive at Def Jam now? Is this real?
Yes. Top level. The man next to the man. Shout out to the chairman Jeff. He's an amazing dude. And
Yeah.
basically I'm his right hand. So I'm his Kamala, if you will.
Go crazy. Go. Here we go. It's getting right. You know what I mean?
I'm the guy that's gonna
Yeah.
be sitting there with him, helping him figure it out. And
Wow.
I'm excited, man, because
That is
I'm
dope.
good at that. Shout out to YG. He listened to me, and we put together something amazing. And
His album is a masterpiece, dog. His
Right.
album is perfect.
Right. And then, just like when we did My Crazy World together and My Crazy Life, and just that process of us working together, that's when I really saw it. Like, okay, I understand what I can bring and how I can help.
Right.
And for me, it's just like I want to be able to do that for anybody that need it. Not to say that I know everything, but I'm gonna listen. And if I don't know, I'm gonna go get the information.
Right.
But this is a big deal to me. So shout out to Def Jam, put me in
Yes.
the driver's chair, driver's seat.
Bro.
That's big
Crazy.
big business.
Very, very dope. And congratulations to you, man. You are one of the hardest working, one of the coolest guys in the music business. Same energy from when the first time I met you in 07. Like the same energy, the same dude, man. So it's like, it's just exciting. I'm going to be listening to this recession, to this grown folk rap, this real shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I need it. And then, and congratulations on everything you got going on. And thank you for Thursday.
Already. Stay up, homie.
You're the best, man. Jeezy, ladies and gentlemen.